Hey guys, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? Well, I did get a small order today from Lure Parts Online. A couple of components for jig making I wanted to get, and I thought I'd do a quick video on it. First thing I'd like to say is I did get to go fishing yesterday. It was a beautiful day, and it was great being out. Fished from around 9 o'clock till around 3:30, maybe 4, and I caught one pickerel on a jerkbait. Now, when I got there, the water was 42 degrees, so the water up here is still very cold. And it was a cold 42. When I touched it, it was cold. So the first 2 to 3 hours, nothing. And I threw the jerkbait a lot. I even tried throwing the chatterbait around. Some crank and some jigs. They weren't having it. I was hoping as it got warmer, maybe I'd get some bites. And then finally I caught the pickerel, so I was like, okay, at least I got something. And then after fishing for another hour and nothing going on, I realized it was like going to be, what do I want to throw when it's really cold water and the fish are sitting on the bottom? Everything I could see on my graph was pretty much laying on the bottom. So I pulled out the blade bait and I pulled out the hair jig, and I started throwing the blade bait around a point, and I get a bite. It's a nice smallie, maybe 3 pounds, 2.5, 3 pounds, and he pops off next to the boat. So you will not see the video of that. There's nothing to see, really. And then did that for a little while more, nothing, and then I started throwing the hair jig around, the black MTO hair jig, and I was just, and when I throw that, it's almost like I'm throwing a crankbait. I'm just chucking it out and slow rolling it back to the boat, and I caught like a 2.5, 2 3/4. I don't think it was a 3-pound largie, which you guys saw on that short that I did. So at that point, it's probably 1:30, maybe almost 2, probably around 1:30. And I was thinking maybe I got onto something, and I kept using those two baits almost primarily the rest of the day, and nothing else. So they're just not quite there yet. That water is cold, even though the temperature gauge on my unit was saying 46. It had gone up to 46, so the sun yesterday really was warming the water up. But you're talking surface temp. Those fish are still down in that cold water. I don't think they quite know how, I don't think they knew how nice it was yesterday, but they'll get there. They'll get there. It's literally, I don't want to say ice out, but it's pretty close to ice out. So it's going to take a while, but hey, the fact that I actually got 3 bites from fish in that cold water was pretty good, so I'll take it. It was nice to be out. And then of course now I've got 3 days, 2.5, 3 days of just pure rain. So I was thinking of fishing tomorrow, and I just had the weather on, and they're talking, thunder and steady rain tomorrow. So I think I'll wait till next week. I think Monday and Tuesday is supposed to get warm again and be nicer out. It'll be a little more pleasant being out there. But the season is here, so at least I got something the first time out. So check, if you didn't see that short, check it out. You can see that largie I caught on that hair jig. But I did get the reason I made this order from Lure Parts Online. If you guys aren't aware of Lure Parts Online, there's the website. That's their sticker. And here's their catalog. And they have a whole, I'll tell you, I know it's 2024. Maybe people don't care about catalogs anymore. I love a good fishing catalog. I used to love the Northern Bass Supply catalog. When I'd get the Bass Pro catalog, I would go through it. I would highlight things I wanted, make wish lists for Christmas that I'd give to the family. And I love a catalog. So I made an order. I didn't make an order to get a catalog, but I wanted to get one, so I got the catalog. Really, the reason I made the order was I just wanted to get some more. I use these type of plastic bags a lot to hang baits, like behind me. And I didn't have any more of the hanging baits that were like this size. So this is a 6'6", and you can see it's got the hole there, so you can hang baits. So I like this for like soft plastics. If one of the the bags that the baits come in, the little hanging tag breaks off, I get some soft plastics. I like these for hanging baits, so I wanted to get some more of this size. I had some smaller ones, but I wanted some bigger size, so I wanted to get some of the bags. And if you're looking for this type of a bag, plastic bag to hold baits, to hang baits or just for storage, Lure Parts Online is a good place to get it. Now, you guys don't think I just got those bags, did you? I did look through the different silicone skirts. I got a couple of colors here that I thought looked pretty cool. Some of these I kind of have but it's a color I use a lot, so I grabbed some more. This is, you know, I love the watermelon candy. This is just the standard silicone material, skirting material from LurePartsOnline. And you can see, if you've never seen them before, that's like the number. I hope it comes out. I hope you guys can see that. I'll put that up as close as I can. Hopefully that'll come out and you guys can see that okay. But that just has like the name, and then it'll have like their email address and all that. Not email address, website and all that stuff on there. But that's just how they do their packaging. So I got 5 bags of these, and I believe there's 10. So there's 10 skirt material, so you can make 5 jigs out of each one of these. So I got 5 of those of that watermelon candy, and then a couple of colors that I hadn't seen that I thought looked pretty cool. And on the same line of that watermelon candy, this is one they call cucumber candy, which I don't think I've got there in all that massive skirts you guys have seen in other videos. But it's just a different take on the watermelon candy color, and I thought that looked pretty cool. So this is actually a 50 pack. So 50 skirts, you can make 25 jigs altogether. So you get these, they last for a while. And on LurePartsOnline, the more you buy, the cheaper it becomes. You can buy in bulk. And then another color I got, this is one from what they call the Bass Academy double tip material. And this is Texas Crawl, and I thought this is right up my alley. From a flippin' jig type color that I want to try, and I said I don't have that. That's a cool. Now I don't think I have any of these Bass Academy. I hope you guys can see that writing on there. I don't know for sure. We'll see when the video comes out if you can read that. But this is just the Bass Academy, and I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description. This is the Bass Academy double dip material, and this is the 960 color True Crawl. So like I said, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. But that's the True Cross. So that's what I got. Now, if you guys, I can just make a jig up here quick. If you guys have never made yourself a jig, let's say this is the first time you're watching one of my videos. Now, store-bought jigs are not cheap. You can make your own jigs a lot cheaper if you choose to go that way, and it's fun, and it's really great when you make a jig and then you catch a bass on it. Now, I do not pour my own jig heads. You guys who have seen my videos before, if you have not, let me see. I thought I took one out here to show you guys. Here we go. I use these. I buy these Bass Tech tungsten jigs, and if I'm going to buy lead, I'll get lead jigs from LPO if I need some more lead jigs. I've got a ton of them. I don't have as many tungsten jigs, but I bought more than lately, obviously, because I live in a no lead state. And this is the Bass Tech jig, which I've shown you guys before. I think this is a 1/2 ounce. This is just a 1/2 ounce brown. So I was going to make a jig up with that True Crawl, which is a great color, and I'm looking forward to making one on it. I will show you how to do it quick here. So here's your typical Arky style jig. That Arky head, and it's tungsten. And that's from Bass Tech. So I need a jig head. I'm not pouring my own, as I said. So whatever jig head, Arky style, or whatever swim jig head, whatever style you like, buy yourself your jig head. Get yourself one of these little tools, just like a little hollow, I guess that's aluminum. It's got that little circle on the bottom, and then this is here where you're going to grab the skirt, what you'll see in a second. And as I said, I've done a lot of different jig making videos. Check on the archives of my videos. You guys check them out if you're interested. This is a skirt strap. This will hold it together. I actually already have one on top of here. That's where you put it when you put your skirt together. And let's see, I took out some rattles. So for this color, I'll match it with some orange rattles. And that's just a rattle keeper right there. Just a rattle strap. And I'll show you how you make your jig. So really, once I got this, got my jig. So let's put together the skirt first. So I'm going to open this up because I just think this color looks great, and I can't wait to make a jig out of it, this skirt color. And you'll need yourself a pair of scissors. So as I said, this is a 50 pack. I actually ordered 2 by mistake, so rats, I've got more of them. Because I will use this color, I'm sure, because this looks really awesome. And you can see how it just comes in these skirt strand pieces. So I need 2 of them for a jig. I'll put these other ones back in the bag. So if I've got my 2 skirt pieces here, and you guys can tell just by looking at those colors why I love this. It's got orange in it. It's got some of that like watermelon candy in there. It's got some gold on both sides. I mean, that's a great skirt combo right there. That Texas, what did I say it was? True Craw. I was going to call it Texas Craw. True Craw. So I've got my 2 skirt pieces here. Just put them together. Hold them together with your finger. And then just take your little tool here. And I've put that skirt strap to the end there. And you see that little hook there? I hope you guys can see that. Good. See that little hook there? That's going to go where this is banded together. I'm going to hang it from there. I can go right in the middle. So now I've got both my pieces there. And then you're just going to use this tool. That's going to pull that up into that little hollow part there. Don't rip it up. You don't want to tear it. Not that it's really going to make that much of a difference, but nice and easy. And you'll get it as far as it goes and it stops. Now I'm going to roll this down on there. And I usually want to get it right in the middle. I'll get it a little more towards the middle. So I don't want it right directly in the middle. I want one side a little longer and one side a little shorter. So kind of like that. If you start doing this, the more you do it, the better you get it. It's very simple. So now I've got a skirt to put on my jig. And all I'm going to do is cut these ends off with my scissors. So I'll cut that off there. And we'll cut this end off. Even though I hate cutting the orange off. But it's only a little bit that holds it together. All right. Now I've got a skirt. And I can kind of eyeball that, maybe move it down a little. But I've got a skirt that's ready to go. And sometimes I'll take this tool and kind of just run it through there. Just make sure none of those pieces are stuck together. But that's ready to go. So now I've got the skirt color I like, the material I like, silicone. I've got the skirt strap on there. All I need is my jig head. You always want to go the long way first. So you go the long way, go right through the middle of that skirt material. Just go right through the middle, bring it down your hook. And then you've got, this is the barb for like your keeper, your soft plastic, whatever. And then you want to go through that second one all the way to the end here. As far up as it'll go on the jig. So now I've got that skirt all the way on there. And I just kind of fan it out, making sure there's not, sometimes it'll, all collect in one spot. I always want to make sure it kind of spreads out along the jig so there's no area there that doesn't have any skirt. And then I'll turn it upside down, fan it down, and you can really see it. So you can kind of see how everything looks good. Everything's spread apart evenly somewhat. Looks pretty good. Nothing stuck together. Now you got a jig. If you don't want to put rattles on there, if you don't want anything else, you're pretty much good to go. As I've said in many videos, I like rattles. So for rattles, what do I need? Well, I took one of my rattle keepers out. I guess I didn't. I'm sure I'll find it after All right, this is what we call, this is just a rattle collar. And I like these clear ones from LurePartsOnline because they're tougher. The black ones are a little more stretchy and they tend to tear a little more. These are pretty tough. These are a tougher plastic, these clear ones. So that's going to go over my jig first. I call it Mickey Mouse ears. So that's your Mickey Mouse ears, as you can see. So now that's ready for my rattles. And I'm going to use these orange ones because they'll kind of match and they're pretty good. I have a lot of different rattles. Most of the time I'm using clear ones, red ones, black ones. But from some companies, you can get a lot of different color rattles. See, I got, chartreuse ones and they're blue ones. I got red ones and black ones. These just happen to be orange. So every now and then from, I think it's fishingskirts.com, I'll get some different color rattles. just to change it up. And sometimes maybe it'll make that bait look, show a little better on the water. But these are orange ones, so I think they'll match with that well. And you just pop the end of them. See, it's got like a little lip on there, and that just goes through the hole in your rattle collar. And pop it in there. Oops, if I can get it in. This one doesn't want to go in. Oh, man. I'll wind up ripping this one off. Come on, get in there, you. There we go. So now I've got my 2 rattles all ready to go. So I have a 1/2 ounce tungsten jig. So it's a brown Bass Tech 1/2 ounce tungsten jig. Lure Parts Online skirt, Lure Parts Online skirt strap, rattle collar, and rattles. You guys can hear those rattles. This jig's ready to fish. All I need is a piece of pork on there. That's it, guys. And that's a really great looking skirt right there. So that is that True Craw. Oh, excuse me. I just had dinner and I'm full. So that is that True Craw color, which really, the next time I go fishing, this jig is going to be tied on. I'm going to try this out because that is really sweet. That's a great color jig. It's got a lot of colors I like in there. So that's a nice one. I'm going to have to look on Lure Parts and check out these Bass Academy skirts and see if there's any other ones in there I like. But that's it, guys. So I figured I, show you how to put the jig together quick, even though, as I said, look through my other videos. There's a ton of me showing you how to do this. I think there's one video where I made like 3 or 4 jigs, some different colors. But I figured since I'm showing you the skirts, I might as well just do one quick here. And you can always, trim these down a little. If you've got some you want it to be more, uniform, you can make that a little flatter. Of course, now I'm going to have skirt parts all over and I did it on this top of the catalog, so there, get rid of it easy. But there you go. That's how simple it is. That's how simple it is. If you go on Lure Parts, Lure Parts Online, you can get all the things you need to make your own skirts and your own jigs. Like I said, they have, I don't know if they have any tungsten jig heads. I haven't looked. I can look at the catalog right now. Little piece of that skirt still on there. I'll take a quick second here before I end this video and let you guys know. Find the jigs and see if they do have a tungsten. Maybe they do. And I want them without a skirt on. So I can add my own skirts. But I don't, whenever I've gotten them from in the past, they've always been lead. I don't know. I doubt they have any tungsten jigs for sale. They might. But I don't see them listed in here, so they probably don't. Everything here listed is lead. Yep, they even have it marked as lead. Tons of skirts. You can make spinner baits, you can make chatter baits, you can make pretty much anything you want from this catalog. Yeah, I don't think they sell tungsten jigs as of yet. I'll have to look through the whole catalog. If I find them in there, I'll let you know. But I will put a link to Lure Parts Online. I'll put a link to these skirts that I bought, if you guys are interested in them. I'll even put a link to the packaging you can get if it's something that interests you. If you have a bunch of worms and the bags are falling apart, or you've got them and they don't have any, these are great, and you can hang them up. They've got the little hole in there, and you can hang them up. And it's a pretty solid bag. And as I said, this is the 6.6. I'll pull it out here for you and show you. U-line poly bags, reclosable poly. I'm not even going to try to say that word. Polypropylene. But these are the 6.6 2 milliliter bags, and you get 100. So 100 is going to last you a long time. But that's the bag I got. Okay, so that's it. So once again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I know there's a lot of fishing videos to watch on YouTube. There's a ton of them. I watch a bunch of them. So I appreciate you taking the time to come to my channel and watch, and you guys who have subscribed. I watch the subscriber numbers go up every day, which is very encouraging. I really appreciate it. All the comments are great. I love when I put a video up and then I get busy during the day and I come home and there's 10 or 15 or 20 comments on a video. It's really great. I love the comments and, you know, us talking back and forth. I just love it. So if it's something you're interested in making your own jigs, check out Lure Parts Online. There's a lot of other places that sell the kind of stuff too. You can get it at Tackle Warehouse. You can get it at Fishing Skirts, Jan's Netcraft. There's a bunch of them out there, and if you guys who have done it, you know, Barlow's I think is still out there. They have a lot of materials you can use to make baits, jigs, and things. And that's it. And it's fun to do, and it's really awesome when you make your own jig. Put it all together, all the components, tie it on, you go out and catch a fish. That's really fun. That's really fun. All right, so any questions, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and share the video. And as I said earlier, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do join the party. And I will see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.